We were talking about killing all the dragons. Yeah. I mean, we could kill all the dragons. I don't know. I'm kind of in two minds about it, you know? They kind of deserve it, in a way. They aren't very helpful as far as creatures go. Kill Abraxia? Wait, Abraxia's already dead. Do you mean Zarathus? I'll have to drop some juicy details about Vicious. Okay, listen. If we can get 50 subs tonight, I'll tell you what I know. It's not that much, but I'll tell you what I know. 50 subs. Might not even be... Now that Neil knows it's compromised, it might not even be canon anymore, but... Will there be unintended consequences if you do go purging the land of dragons? Probably, yeah. Probably. No Tide to death? No, Potato's not feeling well, so no Tide this week. And plenty of compelling arguments, maybe go through the Reddit thread. I mean, we can go through the Reddit thread. Yeah, we can do that. Killing all the dragons is what Neil wants you to do. He wants you to be the villains. Yeah, you might be right about that. Let's have a look at the thread.
Campaign is over. Everyone is dead. You guys sink. Campaign is over. Everyone is dead.
Good memes. What good stuff have gold dragons done in order for them to achieve such a good reputation among men? And even better for the elves? I actually don't know. Erling 2002. It's a good question, I'm not sure. Instead of destroying the weapons, they should trade it with the wizard who goes around selling his or her services to dragons. The exchange is that the wizard will give the brothers a powerful magic item to help fight Scoria. Once they kill her, instead of giving the dragon's bane weapons to the gold dragon or destroying it, they should give it to the wizard. Imric can wipe out everybody's memories so that no one can spill the beans about the trade. I can't wipe out everyone's long-term memories, I'm afraid. Under no pretext should dragon's bane weapons be surrendered. Any attempt to disarm the brothers must be frustrated by force if necessary, says Tyrael Marks McGarry. Damn. Before giving the weapons away to the dragons, better sacrifice them to Valthara so one day she might let them slip into the mortal world once more. That actually might be a good idea. The OP says, I like this idea much better. The dragons can't do anything about Valthara, and if they do try to attack the brothers after they sacrifice the weapons, Valthara will definitely retaliate. Especially since Anton is her chosen. She can threaten to unleash the weapons anytime the dragons are being arseholes. Exactly. Whenever the cries of humans for vengeance while being under the tyranny of dragons are loud enough, she might lend them to the worthy to do what needs to be done. Sad about Todd, but love your stream. Found you through Potato. Amazing. A Sarathon. Thank you so much. Love to hear it, mate. No, Todd. No. Cancel. Potato's not well. Fuck it. I'm changing the stream title because 1,000 people are going to ask this, right? Alright. I think... Where's the thread about genocide and the dragons?
Yeah, boy.
Oh, it's this one. Is the rock pet still going to happen? It might. It might. What's up, Kalkas? Third one seems to be genetic, mate. That sucks. There's another one which is literally a petition for it. Wait, is there? Oh, yeah.
Yes, the power is mine.
79 comments on that one. Holy shit. Barbek has gifted a sub to Decode. Hey, thank you, Barbek. And congratulations, Decode. I know you're not the biggest League fanatic, but I recommend watching the League Arcane series on Netflix. Nilcan 250, you're not the first person to say that to me today. And I counter you and say, League plus anime, it's not selling it for me, mate. I won't get the references. I don't like the genre. It's just not. It's not for me. And you're lucky that you're getting a reasonable response to that because, you know, weaves out and all that. But for now, you know, okay. Wait a minute. The fuck is this? Captain Winter should be rolling grub skill checks to keep Lady Nightingale happy. Nick being a man whore is literally the most consistent thing across every campaign. Not true. William was not a man whore. Malachi was not a man whore. Not true. Weebs are cool, I'm a weeb and I'm awesome. Maybe. Exception to the rule perhaps, Ricky, but you know. Alright. Petition for the McGarry brothers to genocide/enslave all the dragons. They should never give the dragon weapons away. There is literally no point in doing so. The gold dragon made it clear that he didn't give a fuck who they were and wanted to kill them. Wait, I'm getting a text message. Getting a goddamn text message. Give me a second. If you trick the dragons into thinking the weapons are destroyed, they'll have a hard time confirming it without coming to Arcadia. you wanted, you could check it out on YouTube. It's only like 2 minutes long. Well, link it, yeah, Vessel, sure. Link it, dude. Am I familiar with Pathfinder 2e? No. You sound like Captain Holt from B99 when you read out the numbers at the end of the Twitch usernames. I do make a point of doing it awkwardly. Because I know that everyone thinks it's like 2424. But I like to say the full number to make it sound dumb. I was really hoping for the seduction route to beat Scoria. Unfortunately, I don't think any of us have high enough hotness to manage it. I loved your Paladin character, Bishop, from the one-shot. In one session, it felt like he was so fleshed out. Do you think you'd be able to play a Paladin in a future long-term campaign? I think my Paladin was called Gunter, and the Bishop was Greg's Cleric. But I know what you mean. If Neil would let me, yeah. I considered playing a Paladin for Tombs of Scoria, actually. But in the end, Neil didn't want us to do that. Is this guy literally complaining about immigrant dragons? Yeah, I actually think he is. They're literal invaders. They have their own dragon realm where all their needs are met. To the point where the gods were bored with them and decided to just leave them alone. They didn't even notice. Yet. And yet! They go to the prime material plane. Our plane! To flex on their dragon buddies and cause chaos and interfere with the lives of mortals. Like, do you really think we've got enough houses for all these dragons? You know, are the waiting times in the NHS not long enough? If we saw fire elementals go to the prime material plane and start setting shit on fire because they were bored, I think being hashtag kill all flames would be A-okay. We don't see humans going into the dragon plane to steal their shit, do we? This is a one-way interaction. Fuck all dragons. Brought to you by Harbinger. The meme about all the answers in this thread being from the weapons is very funny. When the Dragon Realm sends its dragons, they're not sending their best. They're sending dragons that have a lot of problems, and they're bringing those problems with them. They're bringing breath weapons, they're bringing theft, they're kidnappers, and some, I assume, are good dragons. Love, Rollfort. Thank you for the follow. Safety Cube. Nice name, dude. Nice fucking name. I like that one. Are these real quotes? I'm upvoting that, just for the confusion. The difference between a metallic dragon and a chromatic dragon is that a chromatic dragon wants to kill, conquer, and subjugate you. And a metallic dragon, on the other hand, just wants a chromatic dragon to kill, conquer, and subjugate you. Bloodsinger. Wise. That's wise, that's true. Hey, that's from Safety Cube. That's Safety Cube. Good comment, dude. Nice name. Welcome to the fucking stream. Remember to apply an anti-rust epoxy enamel spray and maintain it if damaged, in addition to keeping a backup on hand. Harbinger. That's just good advice. That's just good advice. Are these real quotes? Are they? No. Obviously not. Kotcham Cognac. Strange thing to say. Furthermore, what dragon has proven to even care a little about their human subjects? Only Scoria the Red. The gold of Eridan left as soon as the demon invasion. The silver is nowhere to be seen when Scoria burns down Drekis. Only Scoria was willing to care enough about her slaves to join their side in the war of Drakisian aggression. The only way a dragon would actually care about humans is if they are their loyal slaves. Wellwind. Best time chat from Safety Cube. You're not wrong. Absolutely. He just came here to flex on chat. He did. One metallic dragon died in Heatstroke trying to defend the temple, so not all dragons. I don't think the dragon was trying to defend the temple. I do take issue with that because I feel like actually he was just trying to find something interesting. It also happened to be the dumbest dragon in all of existence. Yeah, exactly. The hoarding needs to fucking stop, and if that means some Dragon's Bane wielding dipshit nobles go on a dragon genocide, and at this point, they have my fucking blessing. That one is from the Spear. I can't remember its name. Bloodsinger. That one's from Bloodsinger. Even Balorian kidnapped people who just wanted him to get away from Even Balorian kidnapped people who just wanted him to get away from Turn so he could talk to them, but years. Wait, hang on a minute. Hey, it's at Longstaff. Welcome at Longstaff. Nice comment, dude. We need to take a second. Hang on. Even Balorian kidnapped people who just wanted him to get away from Turn so he could talk to them, but years. Can we try and work this one out? I feel like even Balorian kidnapped people. Okay, even Balorian. So he's saying that even Balorian, a good dragon, kidnapped people who just wanted him to... What equals 4 years? Okay, wait. So even Balorian kidnapped people who just wanted him to get away from Tern so he could talk to them for years. Maybe this is meant to say them. Even Balorian kidnapped people who just wanted him to get away from them so he could talk to them but for years. Okay, even Balorian kidnapped people who just wanted to get away from him so he could talk to them but for years. Dragons are a menace and treat mortals as playthings. Under no circumstance should the brothers give up the weapons. Amazing. That's bold. That's a bold comment right there. Dragons complaining about the horrors of Dragonsbane weapons would be like if a British rapist came to America and complained that women had guns. Whoa. Whoa. I mean, this might be good enough to tweet. What do you think? That's pretty good. That's a pretty good one. Post it as a picture. That might not be a good idea. That might be a good idea. Post it as a picture. What do we think? All right, we're doing a poll. Buy an NFT of this comment. Pollution 5... Wait. Hang on. This one's gonna be hard. Actually, no, it's not. Pollution 555,444,333 asks, no tides of death tonight. Well, Pollution 555,444,333. I understand that you're a first-time chatter, so I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and assume this is your first time on Twitch. But what you can do is look below the stream where there's a title. And I don't know, you might find something nice in there. Almost makes you wish the brothers, especially Tyrael, had different motivations. They do a lot better than Gilroy, and can maybe even add a fourth. A bowmaster would be a great addition. Excuse me? It would let Imric focus entirely on casting. Or a tanky fighter with hammer mastery and shield proficiency so they can utilize the shield wall. Or an extra cleric, or any caster that could use the robe of scintillating colours,
Yes,
which is a super bamf.
Plus 2.5.
Super bamf. Thank you, Icy Spawn, for the 2 months. What the fuck does that mean? Who even... What? Weapon for handling minions. The possibilities are endless. I don't think they are endless. I think he's listed most of them there. Magic Micro says, this entire thread is on the influence of Anton's amulet. Goddamn. Wow, that's good. Anton's amulet is just alternative media, which has been proven to be more truthful compared to all the mainstream media owned by the elves. Change the scene. Alright. Alright. I'm doing it. I'm changing it now. Calm down. No time until next week. No. Dexter 320. No, sorry. Dexter 320. Rolls a 20. And accidentally gave 20 bits when he went to roll the dice. Thank you, Dexter. I just feel this type of logic can lead to kill all humans when they invade places and perform atrocities. Is it different only when it's another realm? I'm not saying invade the dragon plane. I'm sure there are very fine dragons there. What species do you think have claim on the material plane? The gods literally created planes for specific things. In other words, the gods decided. Then why can dragons plane shift? Humans can plane shift as well. That wasn't the point. Dragons had their own plane of existence created for them by the gods. I think the dragons should stay on the dragon plane and focus on making it draconically prosperous. They chose to invade the humanoid plane of existence because they know there will be apex predators that can basically do whatever they want there. From what we've seen so far, there's no such thing as a good dragon. They have all thought that they are superior beings, and they act accordingly. The most you can hope for from a good dragon is neutrality. Even then, they might want some kind of tribute. They must have incredible PR teams in Arcadia. That sounds racist. Well, yeah, it's from a bit laughing at racists. It kind of feels like the only dragons that would want to come to Arcadia would be either 1. Explorers, out of pure desire to satiate curiosity. 2. Outcasts, disliked by other dragons, and being major dicks and control freaks. 3. The rare xenophiliac dragon, wanting to overlord over things that sees as inferior. White's man burden, but for dragons maybe. And 4, Dragon Adventurers. We all know how bad adventurers can be. Well, good comments, abstract traitor hero. You make a good point, mate. Alright. Petition for the Magari brothers to genoslate / enslave all the dragons. They should never give the dragon weapons away. There is literally no point in doing so. T-Snack! Thank you for the 8 months, mate. Appreciate that. They should never give the dragon's bane weapons away. There's literally no point in doing so. The gold dragon made it clear that he didn't give a fuck who they were and tried to kill them. Imric clearly got walked on. The gold was saying, I know where you live. I'm coming to kill you and your family. And he said nothing. He said nothing. There's no good dragon in Neil's world. At best. At best. Some of them are neutral, like the gold ones. They would never go out of their way to help anyone but themselves. Bellorian, for example, is an absolutely evil dragon. She's literally kidnapping people to talk to them. To talk to them. If any other race would do that, it would be considered evil. On another note, they should capture some smaller / younger dragons alive and enslave them. That would be insanely cool. Now, my issue with this post is that he in 2 sentences, says Bellorian's evil for kidnapping someone to talk to them. And then says it would be cool if we kidnapped and enslaved children dragons. See, now, if that's evil, then this is, like, on another level evil. So, I don't condone 123 Litty Committee and their actions here. But I will read the results of their petition. So the first person to sign the petition is Enfrost. Okay, and he said, I think the biggest problem is that the brothers are doing the good D&D player thing of telling the dragons the truth. All the information they can. Their names, their weapons, where they're from, in the hopes of sowing good favor. But the dragons don't give a fuck. Bellorian, who they were good friends with, literally told them to get fucked as long as they have those weapons. The gold dragon and that cohort of mages now knows where the brothers are, what house they're from, their names. This was a massive gamble. And if they have any sort of higher level magic at their disposal, the brothers are in some serious trouble sooner rather than later. Their options are lose or destroy the weapons, in which case the next Scoria Part 2 Electric Boogaloo happens when another dragon comes from the dragon plane. Arcadia is fucked. If they keep them, they'll have to fight every group of dragons from the dragon plane that know of the brothers and have a bloodlust for the weapons that come their way, including good dragons. Without dragons, think of the inflation that would occur. That is a good point, Light. Actually, I never thought about that. Litty replies saying, you're right. They actually need to kill all the dragons that know about the weapons ASAP. Because one day 10 dragons are going to teleport on top of their keep and kill them. Now, what I will say is everyone seems to be assuming that the gold dragon made that portal, the dragon plane. I don't think they did. Because I remember when Van spoke to the Mist Dragon. The Mist Dragon reported that they knew the location of a portal and that they were going to go to it to leave, which made me think that they can't make the portals at will. Hot take, the dragons are great vessels of monetary policy? Absolutely. There was a chatter in last ToS that suggested that if you go talk to the gold dragon to make a deal, that you request the elves accompany you. That's a good idea, Dakai Bear. How many dragons are there even in the dragon plane? Dozens? Hundreds? Thousands? If they had that info, it might make their decision a bit easier to make. Paging McTacky if he has any of this arcane knowledge. Literally spelt McTacky's name wrong at Enfrost. How dare you? Alright, we're just... No, he spelt it right. I'm the dumb fuck, but I swear McTacky doesn't have the A in it in Twitch. McTanky. I don't think we'll see dragons from the dragon plane. I think crossing over is rarer than we think it is. Dragons on the prime material plane are there by choice, and I'd imagine are basically cut off, exiled by their friends back home. I don't think the big boy, eternal 100,000-year-old dragons in their home dimension want the prime material plane invaded. There are likely dragons there that make Scoria look like a level 1 scrub. They would have invaded at any point in history without any difficulty. Hell, 2 to 3 dragons working together would be enough to take over the planet. Their dimension was allowed to remain by the gods, even after they were rejected by them. They're probably unwilling to risk that. I think if they fuck with the Prima Materia in any capacity, the gods might blink the dimension out of existence. Okay, so first off, I don't think we're talking here about going to the Dragon Plane and killing them all. That's insanity. Very least we kill all at once here. Give the weapons to Balthara as the best move. Yeah, it's pretty good. How the fuck did 3 shitter dragons get a portal? Because they'll just know where it is. It'll be like a comment. It's like going to the train station or whatever. After they've killed Scoria, I think it would be cool to lock the weapons away in a dimensional chest and give the key to the Queen. But until then, I'm for killing any dragons that stand in their way. Valorian and Shine already made it clear there would be no negotiating. Tyrael seems concerned by the prospect of being targeted by every dragon in the world. But I think there is a few things to consider here. Number 1. Dragons deal with different time frames than humans. These 4 dragons waited for months in ambush. It could be years before they get around to making their next move. Good point, Bamboo Brick. Good point. Number 2. All dragons want the weapons destroyed, but trying to take on the brothers alone would be suicide for most dragons. Most dragons should be wise enough to stay away. Also, true. 3. This kind of dragon team-up is very rare and probably very fragile. We saw the blue dragon breathing lightning with no regards for the copper, and none of them cared about the death of the black dragon. I'm guessing their alliance is being held barely together by the gold. Also probably true. Good comment, Bamboo Brick. Have an upvote, mate. Pretty sure in Neil's world, they'd be ostracized if they killed a gold dragon, no matter the reasoning. Yeah. Probably 100% they should keep the weapons in their keep. The Magari should be known as the family of dragon slayers, and their descendants should take on the mantle should the need ever arise. The dragons won't attack the keep, and if they do, they'll be slain. There's clearly a great need for the weapons. If Scoria can get out of control, it can happen again later down the road. And when the time comes, the Magari family will be ready. People from across the world would seek help from the legendary Magaris if they were ever to fall under the rule of a dragon. Giving up the weapons would be such a letdown, especially after using the wish scroll on one of them. What a waste. And then Seelenverheiser 2. It's so funny how a shitty Age Class 8 dragon tells them he will hunt them down, and when they kill Scoria they better lay down the weapons. For fuck's sake! When they kill Scoria they will be so powerful that nothing in the whole Neilverse will be able to rival their power. The gold dragon should beg them, and offering all the treasures of dragonkind to the Magaris, so they won't genocide the last of them, not the other way around. Pathetic creatures underestimating mortals. Holy shit! Damn! He's going in hard right here. Neil actually mentioned a while, like 30 episodes ago, that there would be value in finding out about Scoria's standing in the first plane. Interesting. Imagine if Neil pulled the home plane buff on the dragon plane. Oh, he definitely would. The weapons are aware you're plotting against them, right? They should be, yeah. I'm not really plotting against them. But I do think that's a reasonable concern. Do you think Anton will literally mark you with the symbol of Valthara so that you want vengeance for being burned? No. I don't think so. I'm not going to let him do that. I think they just need to protect their mother. If the Gold Dragon is willing to throw away its mercenaries in a suicide attack, which it definitely would, and if those mercs actually come to Arcadia to pick a fight with the entire nation of Drekis, they clearly don't value their lives either. It could kill her, which would also be the best pretense to lure the Magaris into another trap, where its 16d12 breath weapon would do the job. You couldn't do anything about it? It would own you hard if it was by surprise. Yeah, but I mean, he's not going to kill me to put his brand on me. Plus, I mean, not that easy. I pretty much always have stone skin and display self on. Whole person, yeah. My saves are pretty good though, Light. That's going to work. He could trick me though. He could tell me he was casting something else so I didn't resist it and then actually cast whole person. Every dragon. This is from Vegetable Meeting 7 here. Every dragon seems super whiny about 4 dragon slaying weapons when dragons are human slaying weapons themselves. Holy shit. Absolutely based again. This guy. Great comment. I hope the brothers don't plan on actually giving the weapons away for anything less than a few metallic dragons personally being there to help them kill Scoria. Alright. Sounds like when Superman freaks out about the government having kryptonite. Absolutely, Milkbags. Good comment. Why would any dragon want weapons that were made to systematically kill their kind to exist? Of course the dragons are going to fuck up anyone using these weapons. Edge, we're meeting 7. Our savior says, you'd think the genius level gold dragons would be able to deduce that the same applies to them and humans, right? That means that Shine doesn't give a fuck about chromatic dragons killing humans in decades to come. If she did, then she'd understand that the weapons are a necessary evil for humans to defend themselves. All it really means is that metallic, and especially gold dragons, aren't as benevolent as elves in history make them out to be. And this guy is dropping some fucking facts in this thread. Now, your telling of how it works makes it so much sense when you account that the gold dragon that left Eridon. I can't remember why it left, but I think it was when the demons came. Like, you were there to help humans, but the moment something pops up, it just fucked off. Weird how the dragons are terrified mortals got their hands on the one thing that can effectively kill them. Are they afraid they've done something to warrant their genocide? It's not like they torment people or enslaved entire kingdoms or something. Well, we got to be careful here, the antiquarian man, about, you know, judging all dragons based on their race alone. That could be a dangerous line to go down. Alright, let's catch up on the chat here. There's a few. Do you think Neil skews the perception of some events due to the influence by Anton's amulet and the weapons? Maybe. That probably, it's a pretty cool idea, and it's probably one of the only ways that Neil could do it without directly informing us it was happening, so maybe. After Scoria is dead and war ends, what will world look like? Megaris might be the most powerful people at that time. Will the world be at your mercy? I don't follow often this series, but how many enemies did the Megaris make? Thank you, Charlemagne, for taking time from running Central Europe to comment here. We will be the most powerful people in the world at that point, I would say so, yeah. We potentially already are close to being. We've made enemies, but not that many, really. I don't think. I 100% think that if Anton rallied the 50 knights and asked them to join them in his crusade to kill Scoria, they would have joined your army. Wait, what 50 knights? Oh, you mean the ones we rescued from the... Yeah, maybe. Maybe he shouldn't have, like, actually, that would have been pretty smart. Let's read this, because this is from Sealand Vahaiza. 100% agree at this point, all dragons in Neil's world deserve to be purged from the land without mercy. They are all shits obsessed by being the most powerful thing, manipulating mortals and bitching about puny humans daring to not be their playthings. Legit worse than the gods. Reddit Zozzy, though, says, I think people should strive to put themselves at equal standing with the dragons. To go farther than that and to slay them is unjustified. Some Varasi generals might be more powerful. Yeah, that's true. What about the leader of the army of Varasi? Yeah, but as a group of 3. But yeah, Uncle Oris will be more powerful. Good dragons just seem to have a very odd view of power. When the Hardcore Heroes crew went to Nixium, she pretty much said, oh, do you wish me to cover the world in my golden flame? To coil myself on a throne of ashes and coin from those I deemed wrong? Is that what you want? When they were just asking her to maybe spare 10 or 15 minutes of her time to check out some mountains because there might be something spooky in them. Good dragons seem to view exercising power the same way an alcoholic views having a drink. There's no such thing as moderation. So when they see the brothers using those weapons, even the good ones have a hard time to understand that the brothers could limit themselves, so they even have a harder time believing that they would limit themselves. That's a pretty interesting idea, Farbucks. And then Neil chimes in here. You know where all the good magic loot left is? Dragonlairs. Fuck dragons, says Songaro. Songaro, this one's you, mate. Fuck dragons. They accomplish nothing. Oppress what they consider lesser races when it fits them, and whine when the people they're used to treating like flies can punch back. After the brothers kill Scoria, I hope you don't give the weapons to the dragons or elves. It'll be a bitch move. They did spend a wish scroll on it after all. Now this Lord Morrow guy sounds like a good egg. Maybe give them to him instead. Lord Morrow, who was that again? Someone remind me who Lord Morrow was. On one hand, it's very annoying that all of the NPCs venerate metallic dragons and see them as pinnacles of morality when every dragon interaction has been bullshit. On the other hand, the influence of the amulet and of the weapons could be giving them extremely coloured impressions of what is actually happening. Oh, Lord Morrow. is the guy who had them in Solemn, who killed all the dragons, right? Yeah. 5-head Neil, leaving the players no choice but to be affected by the weapons by just changing their perception of the world. The weapon's influence is so strong it's even spread to the viewers, e.g. the responses in this thread. This is one of the weirder things. The way the elves talk about gold dragons in the world is a bit strange, considering that the best gold dragons have been neutral towards humanity and at worst complicit in mass theft, psychological torture, and murder. How is a gold dragon complicit in such things? I should clarify, it's not just gold dragons, it's all the metallic dragons being complicit. He's not answered the question, Samurai Jubai. Songaro again says, fuck all dragons, these illegal aliens all should go back to their own plane and leave the humans alone. Great. Nice one, Songaro. Good fucking meme, dude. Even with accepting... This is also from Songaro, but in the chat. Wow. Even with accepting that your perception is skewed because of the weapons, the other data points without the weapons tell the same story. This is not an action I would attribute to good aligned creatures. Okay. Let's have a look here. The Hemordakas Incursion. 1508. Hey, this is from Grells. What's this got to do? Oh, okay. So, huge numbers of Grell appeared in the Hemdorkas Hills in the north of Eridon. Queen Kiara Sanguine, aged 19, in the first year of her reign, asked Nixium to drive back the monsters. Nixium refused, telling her that this was her first big test as a queen and that she would never earn the trust or respect of her people if she didn't do something about it herself. After much arguing, Queen Kiara called her banners and sent General Mofkas to quell the Grell. Mercenary companies such as the Black Cross were hired to support the main military efforts. The Grell proved to be more troublesome than expected. Their abilities of levitation surprised the Eridonian forces, and many men died when swarms of Grell descended from the sky at night onto unsuspecting troops camped below. This would prove to be a favourite tactic of the Grell, one that gave them their best victories, and one that eventually would be their downfall. After their defeat at the Battle of Highland Camp, where the Eridonian forces set an ambush for the Grell, they fled back into the hills and vanished. The ambush comprised of building a fake camp for the army, while hiding bowmen and wizards on the back edge of the camp, resulted in the deaths of many Eridonian soldiers by friendly fire. Some would go on to call the use of soldiers as live bait, and the indiscriminate fire into their ranks, which was sworn by Grell, a betrayal of the very soldiers sent to fight these monsters. The source of the Grell was never found. Alright, interesting. I mean, yeah, it's pretty fucked up. Can I explain what are those? Grell, yeah. They're basically like flying tentacle brains. I mean, I know that sounds ridiculous, but that is what they are. Remember it, guys. Flying tentacle brains. You ready? You're going to see just that. There it is. Flying tentacle brain. What more do you want? That's what it fucking is, dude. It's got a beak. That's the only thing. It's a flying tentacle brain with a beak. Yeah. Shine has buckets of magic at her disposal if she's working with Solemnese mages. And we still don't know her spell list, besides the absolute nuke of her having stone skin. Either way, it won't be hard for her to have them scryed on regularly and find out when they're back in Solemn. I have a feeling that being exposed for lines... One thing I will say, though, is everyone makes out like scrying's dead easy. We've got a crystal ball. There are not many crystal balls knocking around. That is a rare magic item. I'm not saying she can't scry on us, but it's not as easy as it is for us, for everyone else. Shine alone would probably be a Scoria level fight? No way. Absolutely no way. What a joke. I'm not even reading the rest of that. This post brought to you by Anton's Amulet, the Dragon's Bane weapons. Why do D&D players always go to genocide as a solution? They don't. What? Probably because they have a much broader view of the entire world in comparison to a normal person. Nick, for example, has like 4 characters who've all been fucked with by dragons, and all the audience has seen these dragons fuck with people. However, the NPCs are just going off of legends and consider a gold dragon to be a beacon of all things in the world. So it creates this interesting dissonance between the players who are role-playing, the audience who has knowledge of many perspectives, and the NPCs who copy players to worldly expectations. This would be a bad idea. The kind of thing that would get them in trouble with the elves, who have the most powerful spellcasters and fighters in Arcadia, and with the monks from Akuba, who collected their DNA in case they became evil. I don't think Imrik would want to do that either. Also, I doubt any of the players would be as excited as you seem to be for a genocide slavery campaign. 123 Litty Committee says, So, number one, first of all, elves are just shitters that never come out of the woods unless they are directly threatened. Have you ever seen them come out? Number two, not true. They saved William and Grimes. Number two, the Akuban monks who don't give a fuck if the brothers kill dragons, they just want their items back when the war is over. And what are they going to do about it anyway? Okay, that bit's true. Number three, if you really think Anton would have a problem with killing metal dragons, then you're not watching the same show as me. And I'm sure Tyrael would do the same since Shine the Gold Dragon just threatened to kill them and their whole family by destroying their home. Is that a good thing in your opinion? Is that a good thing? Number four, like I said previously, good in D&D means that you would go out of your way to help someone else, and I've never seen the dragon doing that. Number five, you think kidnapping was good because it was the Middle Ages? Really? That's just wrong. Okay, we're not going to get into an argument here with these guys. This is, alright. Crazy. Unbelievable. The dragon hate in this thread is something else.